I'm Audrey Lee, Program Manager at IWRAW Asia Pacific, and as Program Manager, I support the coordination of all the programmatic strategies of my organization. IWRAW Asia Pacific is a feminist women's human rights organization supporting rights claims by women's groups all over the world.
IWRAW Asia Pacific has been looking at women's economic rights and the whole issue of work for many years.
The Global South Women's Forum on Sustainable Development is a forum that was co-created by IWRAW Asia Pacific and women's groups in the Global South. It was a response to the exclusion that women's groups and civil society groups were facing in the formal discussions around the Sustainable Development Framework. So as a strategy, women's groups came together to develop an alternative method of sharing and communicating and organizing around the Sustainable Development Goals. It was also symbolically a way to ensure that our claims and our advocacy around women's human rights could be integrated into global discussions and global narratives of development.
From that exercise, I got to learn about how the work is seen from the feminist perspective and how females are facing the structural barrier in the world.
Please don't forget to take care of ourselves as activists.
One of the key objectives of this forum is also to come up with certain priority issues. So we have identified 4 key priority issues that we will move forward with as a collective. So the 4 issues were the value of work, enabling conditions around work, the issue of what we are calling well-being, which is much more a structural change that needs to be made in terms of how women access the workplace, but also how our right to health and mental health will be also an aspect that is guaranteed in terms of the working world.
The presentation on the Free Trade Agreement by Yokling was very useful for us because our focus is on economically disadvantaged individuals, and we would be able to use it to make them more understand what these agreements are and how this work, and maybe be able to use it in lobbying and pushing for more better policies and programs.
So that's why I really want to have a network or find somehow to address or raise the awareness about the negative impact of the free trade agreement in Vietnam.
From this forum, we were able to gather a group of women from the Global South who were already doing a lot of monitoring and policy advocacy, and their data, when we collected it all together, was able to bridge the data gap on SDGs.
We managed to talk to different activists in different countries that we actually having same patterns of problems that we can actually exchange what our solution is.
Baik itu dari sharing teman-teman dari beberapa peserta maupun dari fasilitatornya, materinya juga itu sangat penting dan berkaitan erat dengan yang kami kerjakan di organisasi.